in today's hints and tips, you are going to do a concept web to help you get down the notes faster. Now for today's lesson, you could assist the students in making up a concept map. And so they put in the concept map there, and they put in the topic in the middle. So we are looking at artificial satellite. You put that in the middle of the concept web there, or concept map, and draw lines outwards. So whatever information that they collect from the lesson, then they fit that into their concept map there. Now this will help the students to take the notes down faster, and they can put down all their ideas or information that they collect in all the spaces available. If they need to extend on any of those, then they can draw another one there. So that will be for today's lesson. Hello class, receiving students and teachers.
Hello, Mr. Sarana.
Thank you, you may all be seated. Can anyone tell me what you looked at in our previous lesson? What did we look at in our previous lesson? Class? Receiving students, you may tell your teacher. Good. Wind. What did we look at in our previous lesson?
Solar system, what are planets?
Solar system, what are planets? Madeline, what do you think?
Planets are made of four main material systems.
Different composition of the planets. Okay, comets are made of rocks and gases and all those things. Right, we were looking at all that. We looked at the solar system in our previous lesson, and what each of those 8 planets consisted of, how much air was in there, and so forth. What made up the atmosphere and the different things found on those planets. We are comparing all those 8 planets. Receiving students, if you gave an answer like that, you are correct, as well as the class. Thank you very much. Receiving teachers, we are still on the same strand and sub-strand, and the learning outcome, 7.4.2. Our topic for today, space exploration, lesson number 1. What are satellites? What are satellites? From your own words, receiving students and class, from your own words, can you tell your teacher or model class, can you tell me what a satellite is? What do you think a satellite is? Lisa.
They are used for weather information and communication.
They are used for weather information and communication. Darren.
Satellites are things that bring signal to television and mobile phone.
Again.
Satellites are things that bring signal for phone and television and radio.
Satellites are things that bring signals for phone and television. Very good. Receiving students, I hope you gave some of the similar answers to your teachers. Let's hear from Kalen.
Collect and sends billions of voice, data, and video transmission tasks across all countries and continents between certain points on it.
Again.
Collect and send billions of voice, data, and video transmission tasks across all countries and continents between certain points on it.
Right, that is a very, very long definition of a satellite. Good. But basically what it says was it collects and sends information to different parts of the earth. Ruthie, the last one from you.
A heavenly body or spacecraft that moves in an orbit around a planet.
Again.
A heavenly body or spacecraft that moves in an orbit around a planet.
A heavenly body of things that move in and around the earth. Very good. Those are some of the things that the model class think a satellite is. Now, receiving students and class. In today's activity, you are going to be doing a lot of note taking. So I hope you are ready to take notes. By now you should be taking down some notes. Good. So today's lesson, I will go through what a satellite is, and I hope you are ready to take down some of the notes, because during that you will also be answering some questions which I will show to you. Right, your instructions. You are going to be, or you will write down your notes or points in your science notebooks. So if you have your science workbooks or your science notebooks, then you are going to be taking down notes there. Hopefully, you arrange your notes in a way where you can be able to collect information from it. Right, by now you should be all ready with your notebooks to take down the notes. Our instruction there, answer the following questions from the information collected. Okay, so you will be answering those two questions there. What are artificial satellites? And number two, list down some of the roles that an artificial satellite is designed to do. Those are the two main questions that you are going to be answering. So during the presentation, get ready to answer those two questions. Right, quickly write that question down in your books. All right, very good. By now you should have completed writing those two questions down and ready for your note taking. All right, satellites are objects that orbit or goes around another object. They are smaller objects that orbit or go around the other object. Now, we have mainly two types of satellite. There are two main types of satellite. One, this, on the screen there. Now, what do you think that satellite is called? What do you think that satellite is called, John?
Natural satellite.
A natural satellite. Right, let's see. Very good. It is a natural satellite. That is a natural satellite, and that comes from the, thank you very much, moon. It comes from the moon. Okay, the natural satellite comes from the moon. It is a natural satellite because it orbits around the Earth. Very good. It orbits around the Earth. Now, the next one, and that will be this picture here. Samuel. Emmanuel.
Fixed satellite service.
Fixed satellite service. Okay, fixed satellite service. We will have another Emmanuel. Emmanuel, help Emmanuel.
Artificial satellite.
Artificial satellite. Right, let's see. It is an artificial satellite. Artificial satellite. Now, receiving students and class, what is an artificial satellite? What is an artificial satellite? Let's see what an artificial satellite is. Right, an artificial satellite is man-made equipment that orbits around the Earth or moon. It is a man-made equipment that orbits around the Earth or moon. Receiving students in class, I hope you are taking down your notes. Right, that is an artificial satellite. Let us see some of the jobs that are done by satellites. That one. Receiving students, you are very familiar with this. That is a television. Good. Okay, so the satellite, one of the jobs of the artificial satellite is to help broadcast the television, and you can be able to view us here in Port Moresby from wherever you are receiving students, and that is made available through the help of a satellite. So one of this job is, one of the roles that an artificial satellite is designed to do is help broadcast the television. The next one. What do you think that picture is of? What do you think that picture is of? Model class? Again. Solar energy. Receiving students, what do you think? Okay, you can see a panel in front there, and the person is holding something to his ears, and that is called a satellite phone. Okay, it helps provide satellite phones. Of course, it powers it through the solar panel in front there, and then it goes to the phone. But the main thing that the satellite helps is it helps to pass the information through the phone that is on where that fellow is talking to on the picture. Now in the background you can see a place that is damaged, so probably the phones are out and things are damaged. If you look very carefully, it goes to behind that palm tree there is a satellite dish and a wire running towards the man there, and he's talking over a phone or a satellite phone. So one of the roles that an artificial satellite is designed to do is to help pass the information through satellite phones. And of course, other phones like the mobile phone and other telephones used on airplanes and on the ship. The message is passed with the help of the satellite. The next one. Now that is a bit funny picture there. Michaelin, what is it?
GPS tracking system.
Again?
GPS.
GPS. GPS. Right, very good. Let's see what that is. Now, a satellite, very true. What you have on the screen receiving students is a GPS, or a global positioning system that monitors. And through the help of the satellite, it helps you to move from one place to another. In some countries, they use this in their vehicles so that it is in their car. And when they are traveling, they want to go to whichever place, they put that on, and then you can see all the streets showing up there on the screen, 7th Avenue, Main Street, 12th Avenue, wherever they want to go. This machine, through the help of the satellite, helps them to get from one place to another. That is what we call navigation. Okay, so it navigates them or helps them to get from one place to another. That is one of the roles or role that a satellite can do. It helps us to navigate. They can also use navigation on the if you get from Goroka to Port Moresby, you can either walk for 7 months, or better still, you get on a plane. When you get on a plane, a pilot uses some form of instruments there. It helps it to travel, quite similar to that. Okay, so that's that. The next one there. The next one. How one of the roles that an artificial satellite plays is it helps. In some overseas countries, whenever people are very far to get to meetings, it helps very much in there. What sort of a meeting is that? What do you think that meeting is on the screen? Receiving students? Good, you tell your teacher. Now, model class, what sort of a meeting is that?
Communication.
I said.
Communication.
for communication. Very good, they are communicating. That sort of a meeting, they are communicating in there, but it is a meeting. And what can we call that meeting? John.
Video conference.
Video conference. Good, right. This meeting here is a business meeting. Very, very good. It is a business meeting, and what those people are doing is they are video conferencing. They are video conferencing to each other. Okay, so the other person is far away and probably is in another country, and he can be able to attend that meeting through the help of the satellite system. So one of the roles is it helps make business easier. That's one of the roles there. And how about this? On screen there you can see the map of Australia. Just up at the top is where we are. At the top there. Kalen. Receiving students? Okay, Kalen.
Weather information.
Weather information. That picture is, Kalen thinks it's showing us the weather information. Let's find out. Okay, very good. It is showing us the weather information. Pictures taken by satellite. That's one of the roles that a satellite does, is to help us to collect the weather information. So that day to day, probably when you turn on your radio, you hear somebody saying, "Good morning, this is Joe Blow with today's weather." Or because they have already collected the information from the satellite. So that is one of the roles that a satellite does. Now, the next one, this is quite hard. Strange picture, isn't it? Okay, that picture on there, receiving students and class, is of climate and environmental monitoring. The one on your left-hand side, the red part there, is same as the one on the other side, the right-hand side, which is in the black part. That is the land mass. And blue is the ocean. So in this picture, the scientists, with the help of the satellite, are trying to monitor the climate and the environment. So probably in this picture, they are monitoring the rise of the sea level. And they cannot do that when they are on the ground. It is very hard. So with the help of a satellite, it takes pictures, and you can see if the sea level is rising. It tells the scientists whether the sea level is rising or whether the sea level is still the same. So in that picture, scientists are monitoring the current of the sea. Right, receiving students and class, I hope you are taking down those notes. Next one. The next one, you have three pictures there. Picture 1, picture 2, and picture 3. Just like the previous one, it is of the same place. This time, they are monitoring something else. Satellites can help us. They can help us with the safety. So they can tell us which part is dangerous and which part is safe. On that picture there, you can see it is a picture of out there. You can see there is an oil spill there. It is a picture of an oil spill. There's one there, That's the same one on the other side there and at the bottom of the screen there. And oil has spilled from a tanker, and you can see the oil spillage. With the help of the satellite, it has taken those pictures so that they can monitor how the oil is flowing. Now, on there you can see the land, and there, that is the land. And so, to be safe, then scientists see that, and then they know exactly where or how the oil spill is. Now, that oil spill on the picture is many, many thousands of kilometers long. So it is very hard to go and then try to look for that oil spill on the sea. So with the help of the satellite, one of its roles is to provide an information on safety. We are looking at oil spill. It can be on bushfire or cyclone or natural disaster, and then they warn us in advance, especially things like bushfire and oil spill. Now, the last role that we have for today is there. One of the roles that a satellite does is, of course, space science. That is, in fact, a picture of a telescope. That is a picture of a telescope, a Hubble telescope. And it is taking pictures of other things that we can find in the universe apart from our solar system. So it takes pictures, and scientists are able to not only take pictures from the ground level, but they can also send a satellite up. With that type of satellite there, they can be able to see what is happening in other places around our universe. And in our previous lesson, you would have seen some of the examples there of pictures taken by a satellite similar to that satellite on screen there. Okay, so by now you should organize your notes, and we will be ready to answer the questions. Let us look back to our question. Question number 1. Question number 1, what are artificial satellites? What are artificial satellites? Receiving students, you tell your teacher. Right, we will hear from JJ. JJ? Very good. Receiving students, you tell your teacher. Okay, JJ.
It's a man-made equipment that orbits around the Earth or Moon.
It is a man-made equipment that rotates around the Earth. Very good. JJ was taking down his notes. If you were taking down your notes, then you would have answered in the same manner. It is a man-made equipment that rotates or orbits around the Earth or Moon. Good. Give yourself a big tick. That is correct. Now the next question. Next question lists down some of the roles that an artificial satellite is designed to do. List down some of the roles that an artificial satellite is designed to do. We will have Alan, Lisa, Begley, Emmanuel. They are going to be listing down some of those roles. Receiving students, I hope you are also listing down yours on the blackboard or chat. Very good, receiving students. I hope you are also listing yours on the blackboard. Right, very good. Receiving students, this is from the model class. I hope you have listed your list of roles that are done by the satellite. Roles done by satellites. Right, navigation. Navigation. Navigation is one of the roles. All agree? Yes. Good. Receiving students, if you also have navigation on your blackboard, then it's okay. You were listening and taking down notes. Good. Climate and environment monitoring. Yes. Yes. Receiving students, likewise, if you got that, that's correct. One of the roles is television. It helps to project the television images. Okay, so that's correct. Weather information. Weather information. Okay, that is also correct. Somebody was taking down notes and was clever enough to say, we said only weather, but he went on to say weather information. Now, receiving students, what those are, now receiving students, those are 4 of the roles that the model class could come up with. I hope you came up with some others. Like, it helps in business. If you were listening very carefully, watching and taking down notes, you would have got business. The last one? Space science. That was the last one. And it helps us in safety. And of course, we use it through satellite phones. So if you were listening very carefully and taking down your notes, you would have a list of these. Of course, there are others, but these were the main ones in today's lesson. If you have some of these, receiving students, if you got more than 4, 5, 6, you have beaten the model class. They came up with only 4. Good. Now, let us look at our summary for today. First one, a satellite is an object that goes around or orbits a larger object, such as a planet. Very good. By now you should have finished that. The second one. There are two types of satellites. One, natural satellite, and two, artificial satellite. Good. By now you should have taken down those two summary points. Our key word for today is satellites. Very good. Satellites. Satellites is our key word for today. Our next lesson will be space exploration, but lesson number 2. And that will be on humans in space. Materials needed for the next lesson: pictures of man in space and pictures of space probes. With that, thank you very much, class, and receiving students and teachers. And have a nice day.